वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। Please forgive me to stop you from the ecstatic chanting. Today's quote on chanting by His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. When we chant, we are praying to Krishna that please engage me in the service. When we get the opportunity to serve, we should take it. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. I am Pooja from Sydney. May I know who have joined today?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Tamil Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj. This is Radharaman Das from Delaware.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna, Puja Mataji and all the assembled devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shamarasi Kadevidasi from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Geeta from Bethesda, USA. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare
Anybody
Krishna
else?
Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Nikunjana Sudas from Germantown, Maryland.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today we are so fortunate to have His Holiness Samik Rishi Maharaj from Indore, and today Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam, Canto 7, Chapter 2, verse 42 onward. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please take over the call whenever you are ready.
Hare Krishna to all the devotees who are attending this class today. Let's accept my obeisances. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunnilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadavayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Savana Karunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasamtam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saram Kalita Vishakanitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishnamurti Devi Namami Haripriye Namo Mahavadandaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Nora Krishna Namah Manchakal कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। चलो प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य कृष्णकारिणे गोपाल कृष्ण भक्ति महाराज की जय। ये सब Srila Prabhupada and the movement for years together, practically age 16, 18 years, and until his passing away, he was serving. He was a perfect leader. He was very hardworking, loving to keeping the society together, loving to his disciples, his God brothers. And he was in many heads he had. like Srimad BBT that you are ending. The main aim is to spread Krishna consciousness to thinking of the book. Sankirtan movement by opening so many temples, writing so many books by himself, visiting so many temples, and giving instruction. It's an endless. So we are indebted to him. We pray to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord that he gets definitely is going back home, back to Maharaj. And also he blesses us so we could take a draft of his just of his lotus feet, so we could also advance in Krishna consciousness. So this topic today that we will be reading is Hiranyaksh, king of the demons, and this king of the demon, Hiranyakashipu, he was narrating some stories to his mother because their his brother, Hiranyakashipu's brother Hiranyaksha, was killed by Varahadev. His Vishnu became enemy of Vishnu. He stopped sacrifices, killed the Brahmana, all the demigods, they flew away from their places. And even like, so in so many ways that he was terrorizing. And he had a devoted son, Prahlad Maharaj. And so this is, the Prahlad Maharaj is narrating it that was asked by Parikshit Maharaj to Sukdev Goswami, but also he is narrating the old story that was narrated by King Yudhishthir and Narad Muni. They are also discussing about these topics. So what the story exactly is that there are some new people that Hiranyakashipu is telling that the mother, the Diti, and his wife, Hiranyaksh, they were all lamenting for the death. And then they took the body, but they would not burn it. They were crying. So their cry was so strong that Yamraj came in the form of a little boy. He is telling the story that Yamraj was relative of the dead person. So Suvagya was the king of Kushina. So this is just a story telling that Suvagya was king. We all heard that Kushina was in a battle, and his king's men were lamenting. And when he fell, his eyes and smeared with the blood, and the body is so much smashed that the wives and queens could not really recognize him, and they are crying so loudly that we have been killed, then we are also being killed. So they fell at the lotus feet of this king, Suyagya. Their tears were pouring. The queens were lamenting because he, they said that you were the maintainer and you are a grateful husband, most a sincere friend. So he will do Sahamaran. So they will not let the body burn. And even though the sun should be done before the sunset, some are about to set. So now this Yamaraj, in the form of a little boy, is instructing to the queens of the Suryagya about the eternal soul, that how to live eternal. And
Excuse me, Maharaj. Sorry to interrupt. Your voice is breaking a little bit.
oh, okay. I will try as much
Thank
as
you.
possible because
Thank you, Maharaj.
AC and this pain and all going on. So sometimes voice maybe. Is it better
No
now?
problem. Little better.
Okay.
Yes, much better.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will try. I will speak little louder. Okay.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay. So means most of the people do not know that soul is different from the body. It is whatever happening, nothing to the soul. Soul does not get hurt, could not be cut, could not be, does not mix. But why is it felt by the mind or our senses? Who feels the pain and suffering and pleasures? Who is feeling this? This is all senses are dead. But mind, because it is being attached, mind is also dead. It is a subtle body. So, uh, so, so it is a mind, intelligence, ego. But we identify with the soul. The soul identifies with the mind, and it gets so much attached, so much close to that. So whatever is happening to the mind and the senses, the soul feels that. The soul feeling pleasure and pain is because of the so much close connection that the soul thinks Soul means the person thinks that he is the body, he is the mind, he is the intelligence. So that is called ignorance. That is without any knowledge, ignorance. We think in that way. So he is giving them the instruction. This Yamaraj is giving the instruction that actual person. So we will read few of the verses. And can you hear now? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj, it is good. I think everybody else should put on mute.
Yeah,
People
because
are
there is some
background.
background
Yeah.
sound. That's why they cannot hear. So text number 42. Idam shariram purushasya mohajam yatha prathak bhautikam iyate graham yatha udakai parthiva tej sarjanam kalena jato vikrato vinashyati. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Just as a householder, although different from the identity of his house, thinks his house to be identical with him. So he is in the house living, but he thinks that he is the house. Just like in a car, that somebody is sitting in the car, and if the car gets hit, if it is a very expensive car, he will say that I got hit, although nothing has happened to the person. So same thing, the body when it gets sick or damaged or problems, then the soul thinks that he is sick. Soul thinks because of the identity, he identifies with the mind, with the senses, and that's why he thinks this way. Due to the ignorance, accept the body to be himself. This is Agyanta, and that's why we are in the material world because of the ignorance. If we hear these stories and if we understand Krishna and our relationship with him and what the soul is, the self, science of the self, if we understand, then one would not feel pains and pleasure of the body. He will have pains and pleasure. He would identify that he is eternal servant of the Krishna, and his duty is to serve the Krishna. He is part and parcel of Krishna. He is not Krishna. He is not Paramatma. He is the soul, but we forgot to look at the super soul or Paramatma. He is sitting on the same tree, sitting on the same body, sitting on the same heart as Atma and Paramatma. Atma and Paramatma, they are different. Atma is not Atma. Atma is completely different from the Paramatma. Paramatma is one who is, and every jiva soul. In between even the atoms get their energy, atom bomb from Paramatma. So Paramatma is all pervading, but soul is individual, and we may not look at Paramatma or get instruction from him, and that's why we suffer and remain in the material world. So it is our ignorance that we identify that I am the enjoyer, I am the doer, whatever is done is because of my prowess, but we cannot do anything. The body cannot do, senses cannot do, because the body is dead. Dead body means the senses put together, combined together. And soul cannot do itself anything, although soul is conscious, but it cannot do anything unless it receives the instruction or receives permission from the super soul. So we are soul and super soul are sitting on a tree like two birds, and the one bird is eating the fruits, bitter and sweet fruits of the tree, and the Paramatma is looking another bird is a Paramatma, that when he will look at me, when he will listen to my instruction, and I will ask him to come back to me by following the instruction. But we are so much absorbed in the material pains and pleasures, material gain and losses, the material yash, apyash, ani, labh, jivan, maran. These are in the hands of Paramatma.
You have to talk.
So we are accepting the body because of the ignorance to be self. Although the body is actually different from the soul. This body is obtained through a combination of portions of earth, water, air, ether, fire, and when the air, ether, fire are transferred in the course of time, the body is vanquished. When they go back again to the same substances. When we are burned, or when we are rotten, or when we are eaten by the birds or dogs, and then naturally it disintegrates into the same earth, water, fire, air, and ether. The water is vaporized, but other food substances, they are there, So the soul has nothing to do with this creation and dissolution of the body. So who has to do? Soul has nothing to do because soul is Atmaram. Soul is always blissful. Soul is part of the soul, part of the super soul, and we are meant to serve the super soul. But forgetting this, we identify with the body, and this is our cause of our lamentation, of our suffering, or transmigration of the soul from one body to another. So Prabhupada is writing in the purport, we transmigrate from one body to another in bodies that are products of our illusion. So this is illusory, the new body. Why illusory? Because it is just thought that I'm a cat, I'm a dog, I'm Indian, I'm American. We are a split soul, pure split soul. Has nothing to do with I'm a tree, I'm the owner, I'm a proprietor, I'm Indian, I'm professor, I'm rich, I'm poor. So these are designations. We have nothing to do with these designations. Then what one has to do? Just to understand that we are part of our only duty to serve. Even in the body also, if one identifies and serves Krishna, then naturally he will be liberated. He will be Jivan Mukti even in this life. He does not try to enjoy his senses. So this is all bodies that are products of our illusion. But as a spirit soul, we always exist separately from material conditional life. Material conditional life is Baddha Jiva. We are all bound up by our hearts, by our senses, by our mind, by our intelligence. So we are all bound up into this material world. The example given here is that a house or a car is always different from its own. Owner is different. So we are the owner of the body. The soul is the owner of the body. But soul is not the body. These two are completely different. Dehinosmin yatha dehe pamaram yavanam jara tatha deantara prapya dhiras tatrana mulyati. We'll discuss about that in this part. Because of attachment, that is very important part, attachment. The conditioned soul thinks it to be identical with him. Soul thinks that is identical with his what is happening in his body, in his senses, in his mind. He thinks in that way. So that attachment is the main problem, that we are attached to everything in so much way. Like say somebody in a cinema, you are watching, there is a hero and a heroine, and sometimes they enjoy, sometimes they suffer. So they enjoy, they identify with the hero, they identify with the heroine, and when there is something wrong happens, then they feel pain. They feel and some other person who is not attached to this, they are just watching. Oh, it is just a movie, and they eat on popcorn, they eat on, they chuckle, they laugh with this thing because of our identification with the body, with the movie stars. We feel differently. Different people feel differently. A car or house is actually made of material elements. As long as the material elements combine together properly, the car or house exists. And when they are disassembled, the house or the car is disassembled. So there is no more house or no more car. Car gets damaged, it disintegrates, rusts, and same thing, our body also disintegrates and becomes like earth, fire, air, ether. So in this way, the spirit soul, however, always remains as is. So we have to know first what is the spirit soul. We are a spirit soul, but what is its qualification? That we have to understand. And Bhagavad Gita talks about that. That it cannot be cut, it cannot be dissolved, it cannot be like a न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविताय अजो नित्य शाश्वतम यम पुराण न हन्यते हन्यम शरीरे. The body is dead, the soul there is neither birth. So who has taken the birth? The soul accepts some another material elements. Not soul accepts it because of our karma. It is with the another body given by the nature. If we are acting properly, we could be in a higher or lower or better body or worse body. It all depends on our thoughts at the time of death. If we want to serve our bodies, then we could become peace. Become, if you want to eat flesh blood, then you become lion or tiger. So in this way, the soul does not come into being. It is so then why there is soul and why there are bodies? Because according to our karma, we are in the material world, we have to suffer and enjoy the different bodies because that was our desire. This material world it's not halls like one may say that Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. We are part of that Brahma. Jagat is not mithya, but it is temporary. It is just thought. It is just illusory. Just like illusory, you may think that there is a rope, but you may think it is not a rope, it is a snake. So both it is there, it is temporary, and we have to get out of this endless suffering and cycle of birth and death, taking so many bodies. So he has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not a slave, and the body is a slave. So this is very important. And Dehe knows when there is a Yatha Dehe, Komaram Yavanam Jara, Tatha Dhyanam Dhiras Tatranam Dhyati. As the body soul continuously passes in the body from boyhood to youth to old age. You don't let so the same soul similarly passes into another body at death. The sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So until we become Krishna conscious, we have to accept another and another body. So the sky is like verse number 43 that we are reading. As the fire, although situated in wood, let me read this 43 verse. यथा नलो दारुषु भिन्न ईयते यथा नीलो देहगत पृथग्स्थित यथा नभः सर्वगतं न संयते तथा पुमान् सर्वगुणाश्रयः पर. This fire, although situated in wood and fire, by proper process, you could bring the fire. So fire is there in the wood, but you cannot perceive it. It is perceived to be different from the wood. As air, although situated within the body, like there is 5 kinds of air, it is there, or in the nostril, and there is air, and nostril is perceived to be separate. As the sky, although all pervading, never mixes with anything. So the living entity, although now encaged within the material body, of which it is the source, is separate from the source of the material body is the soul. The soul, you may say, who is desiring? Thinking, feeling, willing. This is desiring is done by the soul with identification with the mind. Mind thinks, let me go there, let me become a king, let me fight with this. And we, for little things, we go on in so many ways, just like a Sheikh Chilli. He identifies that, oh, I'm the owner, I have now so much, so many house. He get just a little sattu. Because of the sattu, he is hanging up and dreaming at night. But I will buy goats and then buy the goats. Eventually, I will sell the milk and then I will buy a house and I will have to take care of all this vast empire. I will get married, children, my wife listen to me and I will take her and will take the sattu also. So this is our story also in the reality that we make so many plans, so many things, but don't plan to get out of this. That's why I remain in the if you desire that, oh Lord, my Lord, please protect me, please give me shelter, give me your engage me in your loving service, and at the death you transfer. Our mind is to transfer to the spiritual kingdom in the service of the Lord. But we never prayed like this. That's why we are hurting in the material world. As the sky, although all pervading, never mixes with anything. Although it looks like that the sky is black, the sky is covered, but the sky is clear, transparent, and it never mixes with anything. So the living entity, although now encaged within the material body, of which it is the soul, is separate from it. So material body is separate from the spirit soul. In Bhagavad Gita, God is explaining, God has explained that the material energy and spiritual energy both emanate from Him. Spiritual energy also comes from Krishna. Material energy also comes from Krishna. The source is the same. This material energy is described as may bhinna prakritir astha. Material energy. That is bhinna prakriti. There are seven words about bhinna prakriti astha. भूमिर अपो नलो वायु हम मनो बुद्धिर एव च अहंकार इति यम में भिन्ना प्रकृतिर अस्तधा. That is a different 8 11 that is separate energy. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. Altogether, these 8 constitute my separated material energy. This is also external energy. Internal energy is the spiritual world and Krishna's forms of the food. And we are part of the marginal energy. And we are so minute, 1/10,000 of the tip of the hair. And when we play with the material energy, which is under the direction of the superior energy, Krishna himself, so we get covered and we get influenced. Although we are part of higher nature, as a marginal energy, we have prerogative or we have that we can go to spiritual energy, but we have choose to remain in the material world. This is our own choice. You may say, why our own choice? Krishna is directing, Krishna is doing, because we desire that. Material world is a place like a kalpavraksha. If you desire something separate from Krishna, Krishna provides that opportunity that enjoy or suffer. Just see how it is. Just like a parent can give a pen to a child, if he wants to put the finger in the, then he slows it down or takes out the pen, but still it rotates. Then child puts the pen, then it shocks him. Then he would not do it. Sometimes he wants to let a match. Sometimes he wants to see the knife. And then when he cuts it, he realizes that that is a dangerous place. So we should also realize that material world is a dangerous place. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshano Darshan. That we should see a suffering, this birth, death, old age, and disease. Not that I am very nice, I am enjoying, and we celebrate our birthdays and anniversaries, and we are coming closer and closer to death. And so you celebrate to remember Krishna. That now Krishna has given me this opportunity. Now I will be going and I will go back home. We never think of going back home, back to Godhead, but we think of enjoying here perpetually, which is not a permanent place. We cannot enjoy perpetually. Whatever position you may be, we have to go and accept another and another body. If death is there, birth is there, death is sure. And when death is there, they will accept another body. And again, the same thing happens. So we go through so many bodies, and we should get tired of. But you may say that I don't remember what I was in the last life. If we remember, then all these bodies, then you won't be able to live or enjoy at all. Whether as an insect or as a bird, everything is my enemy. So we won't be able to live
बहुत अच्छी
peacefully.
जिनमें वाले
So,
आंदा इस्कॉन वाले आंदे
hello,
प्रवचन
Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
So you
Hare
can hear,
Krishna.
right?
Yes, Maharaj, we can hear. Please keep your phones on mute, everyone.
Okay. So all the energies they come. Parasha Shakti Nideva Chuvete Svabhavaki Jnana Balak Kriyachi. So Bhinna Prakriti Rasta. The 8 separate energies in the Lord. But although the 8 grasses and subtle material energies, namely earth, water, fire, air, and ether, mind, intelligence, and all zero, are stated to be Bhinna, separate from the Lord. Actually, they are not separate because they are His energy. They are inferior energy, but ultimately they are energy of the Lord. So energy and energetic, you cannot separate them. His sun and sun rays, fire and the heat. Although fire has a heat, but he is separate, but he is also one also. Because heat cannot be there, or sparks around the fire cannot be there unless the fire is there. So the parts and parts of the sun and sun rays. So if there is no sun, there is no rays. So we are like like particles in the rays of the sun. So sun is Krishna, and we are his son, and we are his ansha. Mamai Vansur Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So as fire appears separate from wood, and as the air flowing through the nostrils and mouth of the body appears separate from the body, so the Paramatma, the supreme personality of God, appears separate from the living being, but is equally separate and not separate. Because he is there and he is not. If we accept that yes, Krishna is there, then he is there. Just like Prahlad Maharaj said, his father asked him, "Is your God in the pillar?" He says, "Yes, yes, my father." Then he broke this big pillar, and immediately the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Narasimha appeared. So he is everywhere, but we have to accept that I am his servant. Let me serve. He is everywhere, but it does not mean he's not in the temple. He's in our heart also. The super soul is the one, but Atma is separate. Every Atma is completely separate from every Jiva. Just like there is sun and hundreds of millions of ponds. So sun will reflect in all of these ponds. But where this reflection is there, as long as the sun is there in this sky. If there is no sun, then all these reflections will disappear. So the super soul or Paramatma is like sun, and we are like a ponds in different places. So it is just a reflection of the super soul. The super soul is this is a form of Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Shirodaksha. His super soul is part of Shirodaksha Vishnu. As fire appears separate from the wood, and as the air blowing through the nostrils and mouth of the body appears separate from the body, so the Paramatma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appears separate from the living being, but is actually separate and not separate. That is called Achintya Bheda Veta. It is there, he is not there. This is philosophy of Achintya Bheda Veta propounded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. According to the reactions of karma, the living being appears separate from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but actually he is not. He is very intimately related with the Lord. We are all related to the Lord. We are all like fire is not separate from the heat is not separate from the fire. It is part of it. But if he thinks I'm just independent, I have nothing to do. No, he will be this. He will be die. There won't be any heat unless it is close to the fire. So we have to be close to the fire. Fire is Paramatma. Consequently, even though we now seem neglected by the Lord, He is actually always alert to our activities. Who is supplying everything? Who is giving us new and new bodies? Who is like so many planets are floating, and so He is doing everything. He is providing food to us. He is digesting our food. All pranavayu, it is because of Him. So everything is there. We cannot imagine that it is happening by some scientists. It is all happening not automatically, not by nature, but whose nature? Nature, you could call it Krishna also. The nature is Krishna. Nature and Krishna, whose nature is not separate. So this is called Achintya Bheda Bheda. Like, say there is a snake made of a gold, and then people say, oh no, it is a snake. And somebody may see it is gold. No, it is a snake. So it is just a transformation of the gold into a snake, but it is gold. So same thing, it is actually we are energy and we are actually part and parcel of Krishna, and our duty is to serve the whole. Just like a hand is to serve the body, has to put the food in the stomach, and same thing that we are as a part of Krishna, we should serve his wishes, serve for him, and serving means not just to serve Krishna, but also all his energies. We have to serve his energies. Serve his energies means all the other living beings. We should serve them to Krishna. And that is Krishna consciousness. Krishna likes that souls which are separated from him because of their thoughts or ignorance or agyanta. Om agyanti mirandash. So we are all in ignorance and we have to bring them to Krishna, and Krishna becomes very happy. Like if you bring a child who is separated from the parents and bring the child, not the cloth, but the child, that is the soul, bring to the father. Father becomes very happy. So under all circumstances, therefore, we should simply depend on the supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus revive our ultimate relationship with Him. We must depend upon authority and control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is very important, that in everything that we should depend on the Lord, we should give credit to the Lord, we should fully serve the Lord, we should think always that I am part of the Lord, meant to serve the Lord. So these are, so in every circumstance, we should depend. We are, but we don't acknowledge. We are depending on the Supreme Lord, who produces the air and heat and sun and moon and grows all the plants and is supplying the water. So he is doing everything, but we think it is happening by the nature. But whose nature? So we should identify that it is Krishna's nature. Krishna himself is doing all these things, even without our asking. He's always happy. He's always ready to serve us. He's already serving, but we should acknowledge that, oh my Lord, you are doing all these things. Please protect me. Please take me away from this illusory material world. Now you may say, is this illusory? Whether it is illusory or not, it is not illusory. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. This is Mayavad. Jagat is not Mithya. Jagat is, it is there, but it's there to give us a lesson to get out of this. And if we don't take the lesson, then we go on rotating and taking newer and newer bodies, of which there are 8.4 million species of life. Only in human form we can understand Krishna, our nature, who we are, what is our relation, and how to remain on that relation is by service. Everybody is serving somebody. Everybody is really looking for Ananda, Ananda Maya Bhyasa. But Ananda is part of Krishna. Ananda is bhakti. Ananda is, so if we serve the Lord, we become giant. But if we serve our senses, then we become separate from that. We never get really the real bliss that we are looking. We are all looking for Ananda. Means we are all looking Krishna. Krishna is Ananda. So we are all looking for Krishna. But we are looking in a wrong place in the material world. In the material world, in the nature, there is no Krishna. Krishna has his eternal place. There is Paramatma is doing. So we should acknowledge and get this knowledge from the Shastra, Sadhu, Guru, and listen to their talk, listen to them, and apply in our life. Hiranyaksha knew so many. He told all about the food and all this to his mother and the sister-in-law, Hiranyaksha wife. So he's telling all these things, but they don't apply that in their own life. That is the problem. We talk about big philosophy, but unless we apply in our and keep in our mind that I am not this, I am not this, I am not male, female, rich, poor, beautiful, not beautiful. I am just a part. Gopi Bhartur Pada Kamale or Das Das. That is our identity. That we are Das of Krishna. Gopi is Bhartur. Husband of Gopis is Krishna. So we are part of that. But rather than identify that I am husband of such and such, wife of such and such, father or an engineer, this is all designations. And we are bound up by these designations. So one may feel that if I am nothing, then what should I do? I should just sit. I didn't know. Act for Krishna. Bring children back to Krishna's abode. Do some philanthropic work. Do some preaching. Write some books. Donate money so people could also understand. To temples. So there are many things that we could do. And this is that we are suffering because of our past misdeeds. And we could enjoy, we do some good things. But we could be free from this entanglement of good and bad, uh, this body or that body or demigod body. So we desire to enjoy heavenly. You may go to heaven, Chine Punya Mrati location. You may go to Brahma Jyoti by knowledge, Brahmananda, but that is a very little drop enjoyment of what we enjoy is our real position as serving Krishna's lotus feet. One by Dhyan Yoga, we can obtain like Paramatma. You can see the Paramatma in your heart. Santa Sadev Hradeshu Vilokayan Yam Shama Sundara Chitta Gunaswarupam Govindam Adipurusham Tamam Bhajami. Premanjana Chirita Bhakti Vilochana Santa Sadev Hradeshu Vilokayan. Santa sees inside the heart. So there is Paramatma, but beyond Paramatma realization, that is by the yogis, there is Krishna has his personal form, then we should think to go to the personal form and serve eternally. You could serve here and you could serve in this future. You could become Jivan Mukta here by not identifying that I am the body, but identifying that I am part of Krishna. I am meant to serve Krishna. Different capacities or by whatever your Guru is ordering, by Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, one has to understand the position. According to the Achintya Bheda Bheda, means as I told you, Achintya, it is inconceivable that we are different and we are the same as energy and energy. But separate is a coil made of gold, and it is still gold, what we call it, it is a snake, coil snake. According to the reactions of karma, the living being appear separate from Supreme Personality of Godhead, but actually he is very intimately related with the Lord. Because we are his energy, how we could be separate? But we don't recognize that. Consequently, even though we now seem neglected by the Lord, He is actually always alert to our activities. Under all circumstances, therefore, we should simply depend on the supremacy of the, we read that also, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus revive our ultimate relationship with Him. We must depend upon the authority and control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we should do whatever way, Maro biya rakho biya, jo kuch we are your servant. Whatever way you keep thy gopis. Aslishya padaritam parasana. Adarshanam marmahatam karotva. Yatha tatha va vidhatu lampato mat prananathas tusa eva napan. That my Lord, you are my prana. So that is the way that we should do it. Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajeshatanaya Tad Dhama Vrata. We should do the Aradhana or worship like the gopis were doing. Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadhu Vardenaya. Whatever the Vrajavadhus they have done, is Ramaniya, then we should do in the same book. Not that by a big education we get often or we are and we become puffed up. Not like that. Ramya Kachit Upasana Vrajavadhu Vardenaya. Lots of groups of gopis. Then Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Avalam Prema Pumarthaman. Prem is the top, not Dharma Artha Kam Moksha. Moksha means liberation and merging, but you don't merge, but you fall down. We remain in the Brahma Jyoti for a long period, and then we desire to do some activity to come down to the this thing. Our activity is in relation to Krishna, not separate to show our intelligence, show our possessions, show our gymnastics, not for show business. We should be very clean, clear in our heart, and should relate to Krishna as his servant. And so, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Matamidam, that is the philanthropy of Sri Chaitanya Prabhu, Patradharuna, there is nothing superior there. Just like gopis, they are not educated, they are not very rich, not very sophisticated. They don't occupy any position of a king or queen or something. But Krishna loved them so much that he remains in Vrindavan. Vrindavana Parityajya Padam Ekuna Gachati. I do not go because he has so many lovers there to serve him. You may say, who is going to Dwarka? It is Vasudev within Krishna. He goes to Dwarka. He fights, but it is Krishna who is the Samam, Monam, we are part of Krishna. He looks towards the nature and you may say, how long we are there? We are there as long as Krishna is there. How long Krishna is there? How long? Time immemorial. There is nothing. All the time we are there. The earth, all this planetary system, they may disappear, they may come back again, but soul is always there. Soul is Sarvagata. He can go to any material planet or universes, but also he has the right to go, if you are correct, to go to spiritual. And that is where you will get the peace. Tat prasada param shanti. Prapyasi, that you will param shanti. We are looking for shanti. But how we can be shanti? Get shanti without going to the source of Krishna. Yeah, is the source of everything. The source of Ananda. Ananda Maya Raksa. Raso Vaisa. Rasam Yavayam Labdva Anandi. Ras means Krishna. Ras means bliss. Ras means prem. So we are all looking for the prem. Prema Pumartha. Prem, ras. So we should understand what is this prem is. Prem is seva. So the next verse number 44. Suyagyo nanvayam sete munayamanusochayatha yah srota yanuvakteha sana drashet karhichet. Yamaraj continued, O lamenters, you are all fools. The person named Suyagya, for whom you lament, is still lying before you. Wait, what they never saw the soul. What they were showing and lamenting is that this body is that person, my husband. But is he really your husband? Then he is there. उसको चाटो तो क्या हो जाएगा? He is not gone anywhere. Then what is the cause for your lamentation? Previously he heard you and replied to you, but now not finding him, you are lamenting. This is contradictory behavior, for you have never actually seen the person within the body. Since nobody has seen the soul, even we ourselves have not. We means the soul has not seen. We have not seen our mind, intelligence. We have not seen. So we don't see so many things, but still we talk, oh, where is God? Show me. You can't even see your eyebrows, or eye, or mind. Who heard you and replied, there is no need for your lamentation, for the body you have always seen is lying here. The instruction by Maharaj in the form of a boy is understandable, even for a common man. A common man who considers the body, the self, is certainly comparable to an animal. Yashatma buddhi gunapetre dhatuke. This is given in Bhagavad Gita also, although it is from Srimad Bhagvatam, 10th canto, but Yashatma buddhi gunapetre dhatuke. So this is a little bit okay. स्वधीय कलत्रादिश भौम इत्यति यतीर्थ बुद्धि सलिलेन करिचित जनेषु अभिज्ञेषु स एव भोक्ता. A human being who identifies his body made of three elements with his means, who considers the byproduct of the body to be his kinsman, like son, daughter, anything, who considers the land of birth worshipable, land of birth, birth, Swargadapi Garishi, that it is better than the Swarga. But these are all material conceptions. Janani Janma Bhumishya Swargadapi Gariyas. Gariyasi means a stress. And Janani, the mother, but you had millions of mothers. Janma Bhumi. That is better than the Swarga. But this is just bodily identification. It has nothing to do with the spirit soul, who goes to the place of pilgrimage simply to take a bath rather than meet men of transcendental knowledge. There, so you should go to the Tirtha and meet the saintly people. Talk to them, serve them. Is to be considered like an ass and a cow. Because cow, when the calf is dead, then still she goes around him. For at least 3 days, she stays around the calf who is dead. So that's why the cow is compared to the ass also, without intelligence that she does. So she loves the child, but that does not mean that when the child is dead. Maharaj, so left his body yesterday. He was brought to Vrindavan. Now he has to be put into the samadhi. And please see that how the samadhi that I couple of the times that I saw the samadhi and how they put the body, the lotus position, filled with so many flowers, so many things, but on the bottom there is salt and there is tuna is there, and then Lord whole is covered there with the mud afterwards. The body is covered with things that will not part of the body. So anyway, these are the instructions. We will just read little and then this verse of the last one. Although the body is still there, a dead man's relatives lament that the person is gone out. A common man sees the body but cannot see the soul. It is described in Bhagavad Gita. The soul, the proprietor of the body, is within. After that, when the breath within the nostrils has stopped, one can understand that the person within the body who was hearing and replying is now gone. Therefore, in effect, the common man concludes that actually the spirit soul was different from the body and has now gone away to take another birth. But we should stop this taking birth and again another dying, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. So, although these are necessary, but we should not think that is the whole purpose. Purpose of human life is to understand ourselves and our relationship with Krishna. Thus, even a common man coming to his senses can know that the real person who was within the body and was hearing and replying was never seen. For that which was never seen, what is the need of lamentation? So these are the instructions also for Arjuna also. He was thinking that my father and grandfather, not father, but grandfather and my uh, commander in chief, Dronacharya, all these are there on the opposite side. If they will die, what I will do? But they don't die. The death is of the body. The body, they will take another body, another day. The soul is there. So we should give importance to the soul rather than importance to the body, senses, and we should try to recognize, because we are forgetful of our real nature, as servant of Krishna, as a part of Krishna. So we are serving the Maya. Under this Maya is Tamagun, Rajagun, Satogun, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, and it influences us. But Naistraigunnya Bhavatam, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Naistrai, you go beyond these three modes of material nature. You go and service to the simplicity of Godhead. Just like a puppet and puppeteer. Puppeteer is making the puppets dance, but puppet thinks, oh, I am dancing. So everything is done by Krishna. But it is, he has given us some liberty to think. Just like Prakriti Kriyamanani Guni Karmani Sarasa Ahankar Vimuratma Kartahamiti Manjati. By Ahankar, by pride, we think that I am the doer, but I am not the doer. Beyond us, beyond the soul, there is super soul. He is asking the Durga Devi to make us dance in whatever way he wants. So why not to serve Krishna directly? We serve his energies. Even Durga Devi and so many demigods, yes, they are in charge. They could give pleasure, but material pleasure, which will end with the material body. But if we serve Krishna, then we could go back home, back to Godhead, end up suffering forever, end up this rotting in the material forever. So I will end here because I want to give 2 minutes of discussion about any questions, answers. This is very nice instruction. Although he told an allegory of a story, this is being told by Yamaraj in the form of a boy to the Swagyas twins were lamenting. And then the same story is being told by Hiranyakashipu to his mother, that why you are lamenting? The person is still there as a soul. Why you are lamenting for the body? He's gone, but he's not gone. Still as a soul is there, accepting another body. Like you know that your son is in America somewhere. Then you feel happy that he's there. But even being there, they will suffer also in America or anywhere in the material world. But if you know that he has gone back home, back to God, no more suffering. End of suffering. Suffering is because of the identification. We identify our attachment to the attachment to our senses, to our mind, to our somebody else. The boy is attached to the girl, then we think that if something happens, like we are attached to the car, if something happens to the car, we think I'm. The mother feels attachment to the child, and she it is a love out of love. But if child is suffering, then mother child is wet and dirty, she cleans and she sleeps in a wet place, and she gives the comfort to the child because she thinks it is from my blood, it is part of my body. Jigar ka tukda, body ka tukda. Although all the places are separate, we live with the wife and husband. So it's not that you should not serve husband or wife. Yes, the service is there, but ultimately everything should be in relation to Krishna. That yes, Krishna has given us together. Let us live peacefully in harmony and serve Krishna. Then it is a perfect life. But if we separate, no, I am the enjoyer, my wife should serve, or wife would be my husband should serve, then both they go to the rich and fall to the material world of pool. So we should get above all this and try to understand that everything, whole universe, all the universes, everything is Krishna and his energies, expansion of his energies. It is all one, but it is separate also because he has promised separately for us to enjoy or suffer. But if we think that all the living beings are part of Krishna, external energy is part of Krishna, so we should not exploit the external energy. Prabhupada was walking in a garden and he saw some tape in the garden is dripping. And he says, look, his disciples said, what we should do? Don't you see that water is dripping? That is dollars are coming. It is Krishna's energy. Don't waste it. Same thing, Prasadam. When you go to the temple, they write it. Prasadam is Krishna. Should not waste it. There is a quota for everybody. It is being provided. And we should not be taking the part of other people. ईशावास्यम इदम सर्वम यत् केन जगत्याम जगत तेन त्यक्तेन भुंजिता मा ग्रद कश स्मिदधन. You should not be looking for somebody else's property. Somebody else let me enjoy, let me duke him, let me deceive him, धोखाधड़ी करके उससे पैसे लेना, it's not proper. You have to suffer. All the reactions are there, but we should become free from reaction by serving. If you serve Krishna, then we don't get into all this problem. So the lesson of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is to serve Krishna by wholeheartedly, understand Krishna, Krishna's devotees, the scriptures, sadhu shastra guru. So anyway, as I said, if anybody has any comments, questions, discuss. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to speak about this wonderful discussion by Hiranyakashipu to his mother, Diti, Hetya, and sister. These are instructions for us. These scriptures are written for us, so we also understand.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Danu Pranam, Jai Shri Pad.
Hare Krishna.
So looks like Maharaj, even Hiranyakashipu was knowledgeable.
He was?
He also understood the
Yeah,
difference
he
between.
understood, but they don't apply in their life. He made
Mm.
Krishna is my enemy. So that is how the demons there. And one who accepts they are devotees. So you are a devotee, so, but he did not he understand on the theoretical basis. Many people understand. There is God, we have to be happy. Happiness can only come from the spiritual kingdom. We cannot be happy in the material world. Krishna has labeled this material world as a prison house, is a place of suffering, place of dukhalayam. But do we really take it like that? We go for enjoy, we go for picnics, we go. I'm not saying you don't go, but see in nature everywhere. I'm the taste of what? I'm taste of the wine. I'm sun and the moon. We should see in everywhere Krishna, Krishna, every presence of Krishna in everything. My child is given to me by Krishna, so I could serve him, I could help him because he is also Krishna's father. My wife is also given by, but not that this my wife is for my enjoyment. Let me enjoy as much as I can. Then we get into the trap. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandat Pranam, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. It was such a nice class, reflecting upon who we are, our relation, Sambandha Gyan, Avidya Prayojan Gyan. So it's very nice. And but in connection with Radharaman Prabhu's question, so he is the demon also
No, what?
was having knowledge, but it was not in relation to Krishna. Like it was as if the Mayavadi, as you were also saying that Jagat Sat, Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. Hiranyakashipu's comments were also on the similar lines. It was omitting Krishna from the whole. I mean, as if the Brahman. Right. So yeah. Krishna was never in the discussion or no reference to God.
So Krishna should be in the discussion. That's correct. Krishna Surya Sam Maya hai andhakar. Jahan Krishna tahar nahi Maya ra adhikar. So Maya cannot hurt a devotee, but if we are not a devotee, Maya will pounce on us.
Yes.
No, you are correct. So we should see everything in relation to Krishna.
Yeah, but the relation that part was missing. Other than the Brahma Satya Jagat, the soul and the super soul also was, but the super soul is he was mentioning super soul, but how is it that then can we say that he understood super soul, but
no,
he did not apply it. He was also
no, we did not understand also super soul. We don't even look at him. We just go on eating good fruits of our hard labor and enjoy that by my earning. Let me enjoy my wife, my child, my wealth, my position, my prestige. Everything we see, mine, not Krishna.
Yeah. So at least he went up to the yogi stage.
Oh, he was ruling in the heavenly planets. He was sitting at the throne of Indra. Indra was very much fearful.
Yes. No, I'm saying that there is this Mayavadis, then the yogis, and then the devotees. So he came up to the yogi stage. At least he was trying to perceive that super soul, though
Who was in the yogi stage? Hiranyakashipu?
yes, because so he was talking about
No,
super
it's
soul.
all theoretical. He was
Theoretical.
not a yogi of any kind. Yogi means he's seeing Paramatma. He was enemy of Paramatma. How he could be a yogi?
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, he was the khala that is saying something and talking something and
Yes.
behaving something
Saying
different.
कोई ऐसी कोई बहुत सारी बुद्धि वो just word jugglery. It
Yes,
has nothing to do with actuality. Okay. भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम भज गोविंदम प्राप्त सन्निहिते करने नहीं नहीं रक्षति दुख कुछ करने. This word jugglery will not help you at the time of death.
yeah. The Mayavadis are famous for this word jugglery.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Maharaj, what you're saying is that if we are not close to Krishna, then it is either Krishna or Maya. One of the two will get us. I mean,
Right.
either.
Correct.
Either. Okay.
Right.
Thank you, Maharaj.
So there are two. Okay, you will.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Dhanvat
Hare
pranam.
Krishna. मेरा
Guru,
विश्व आपको अनुराधा.
Guru Maharaj, I have another question. It's a different question, little bit. It's a real life question. That one devotee who has been in a Krishna consciousness for all of his life, but at the time of the death, he becomes unconscious and could not take the Krishna's name. So, what would be like in the Bhagavad Gita? It says that there is a one text.
अंतकाले च
Yam
मामेव
Vapi
स्मरण उक्ता कलेवर तम तमे वैद्य कौन्ते सदा
Tachate
तद
ante
भगवान.
kalibram.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No, but even
he
at the
become.
time of death,
Mhm.
but if he was Krishna conscious all life, then inside Guru or Krishna is Paramatma. Paramatma is remembering, so he will be able to get over that. Even because of his past karma, he is unconscious. But that does not mean that he's inside. He may be thinking of Krishna. Inside, Paramatma is really giving him the instruction. So we should not really neglect a devotee that, oh, he's unconscious, his breath is coming, his mouth is open. Like at the time of death, they put the cotton in the both nostrils. They put cotton in the mouth also. No, it is all arrangement by Krishna. So they could go back home to God. So even if he's conscious or not, doesn't matter. Pure devotee would not remain unconscious. But if it is there because of his karma, Krishna sees that he's sort of lifelong. So I should bring him back to me. Okay. Many devotees, they fell unconscious, but somehow they came to the temple. Temple people saw him. They were doing kirtan around him while he was unconscious. So that is good sign that there are devotees, there is Gangajal, there is Tulsi in the mouth, they are surrounded by the devotees.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
Yeah,
Anyone
Hare
else?
Krishna. Thank you.
Hare.
I think in that it has also been proven that in the coma stage also the hearing is active.
Yeah, right. That's yeah, even in coma, that is correct. Sometimes it will be deep coma. You may not be able to hear, but still, even if you are comatose, still you can hear something.
Yeah.
But that will also go away. But we cannot remove the relationship of the soul and the super soul. So the super soul could act miraculous without our knowledge.
So, Guru Maharaj, if there is no devotee surrounded him and he has been in a Krishna consciousness, but he becomes in a deep coma at the end of the time, so what would be the results?
Because he was a devotee, he will take another birth as a human being. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mato bhaya. So even a little bit that he has done, Krishna remembers and he gives him another chance. But even if he's unconscious, Krishna, Prabhupada said that I will come there to remind you. I will come there to take you to the spiritual kingdom. Even if you are unconscious or forgot me, but you have served me. So service is very important. Rishikesha, Rishikena, Sevanam Bhaktir, Uttama. Uttam Bhakti is that by our senses we serve the master of the senses. Master of the senses, like tongue you speak, nose you smell, just like Ambarish Maharaj also. Okay?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
So we should end, or is there anything else to discuss?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Madan Pranam to you. Srila Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So Maharaj, one question is coming because mind is so ignorant in that sense. Like, normally they say the body when, it passes away, it is burnt. It's good to burn the body. And, then the ashes are taken and put in the Ganges and like that. So then our Guru Maharajas, it is not like that. So they, the Samadhi is there, right? So can you explain a little bit the importance of Samadhi, and then they don't have that, they don't go through the burning of the body. So why it is like that? Can you explain a little bit?
Okay, just a second. Let me take the mic in my hand on the cell phone. Okay, Hare Krishna. Now,
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
yeah. So there are one is bird, another is samadhi. Then they will be eaten by the worms. The body do not remain like that. Even if they put so much calcium, tuna, and salt, it gradually deteriorates. Even the bones gets dissolved with the too much salt. And then, so that is, and the thirdly, eaten by worms, but thirdly, they throw that vultures and dogs and other animals, they eat them, but then they pass a stool, are thrown in the Ganges, the body, and then so many fish and other animals, they eat that, they pass a stool. So ultimately it comes back to same elements, to go to the same elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether. And so the elements combine and elements is separate. So it doesn't matter. Just hold on, okay. हाँ दामोदर हरि बोल का ही महाराज को हम जरा क्लास दे रहे थे तो आई एम जस्ट फिनिशिंग तो कहाँ देखो यूट्यूब में ओके भेजी दे नहीं भेज जल्दी से भेज मेरे को बंद करी रोज जल्दी से भेज ओके हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा so we will end here okay thank you so much I wanted to watch about His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you
putting the body
so much,
thank you
Maharaj. It's going on right
thank
now. I
you
think everybody
Hare
can
Krishna
watch live.
yeah
Hare Krishna.
okay Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, let's put blessings to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarvesha kripa sindhu vacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, ग्रंथना श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, His Holiness Samik Rishi Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much. And also Gopal Krishna Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj passed away. He was one of the gurus from ISKCON, and so this YouTube live is going on for his last rituals. So if anybody wants to join, please join on YouTube. So thank you, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
हेलो दामोदर, हेलो बेटा बेटा पर लिंक में तो सब गाना भजन चली रहा है बस. आई डोंट सी एनी एक्टिविटी. लाइव चार्ट जैसे चला एंड इट्स देयर इज नथिंग. तो भजन चली रहा है वो बॉडी के नीचे. और कहीं देखना कहीं છે તો કશો રિમાઇન્ડ કશો કરવાનો. ओके 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 ओके. हरि ओम. हरे कृष्ण. मैं बाद में बात करूंगा. Hare Krishna.
नीचे से उठा दी वरना फट जाएगा भाई। डालने के लिए तो महिला को जो कपड़े रखते हैं आरती तुमने लोगों के लिए ले जाना फिर 7 बजे आरती होते हैं। माता जी के पास से कुछ क्या साड़ी में नहीं रहेगी त्याचे काकड्या खाता मालूम होता सात टाइम तो ये है हाँ वो तो रख दिया हाँ ठीक मेरे कागज के काम कब होगा तुमको आती नहीं हो हाँ 10 बजे 11 बजे दिया और उसके बाद Right? Okay. Okay. आप लोग गाओगे हरे कृष्णा मंत्र, है ना? उसी को बार बार रिपीट करते रहना। आप समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? आरती गाने वाला नहीं है, आप इस मंत्र को बहुत अच्छा रिपीट करते हैं। ये दिखता है ना, हरे कृष्णा। हाँ, हरे कृष्णा मंत्र बाहर आ जाना आरती के लिए, गाओ हरे कृष्णा। आवाज नहीं हरे कृष्णा मंत्र बोलते जाओ, सभी जन एक साथ मिल करके, तो अच्छा साउंड आएगा। उसको गौर आरती को लगाने की जरूरत नहीं। आप सभी लोग आगे आ जाइए।
ये अन्य गुण सुख जो होते हैं ये वास्तव में आत्मा को नहीं होता, पर आत्मा ने बना दिया है इंद्रियों से, मन से। मन में जो होता है, जो मन है, जैसे रात में सपना, रात में पता करता है, रात में कभी कोई क्वेश्चन आता है, कभी कोई अटैक करता है, शेर या कोई भी, तो शेर तो है नहीं, पर किसको दुख हो रहा है, क्यों क्यों तड़प रहा है, किस कारण से तड़प रहा है। इसलिए कि मन उसने मान लिया, मन आत्मा के साथ में सामंजस्य या उससे अटैचमेंट हो जाता है, उससे घुल मिल जाता है। आत्मा समझते हुए मन में है तो आत्मा वस्तु में आत्मा में चेंजेस नहीं आते, ये सब माना हुआ है। जैसे होता है सगड़ कहते हैं, अरे वो सपना ही है, तो वास्तविकता नहीं है। और दिन में जो कहते हैं उसका आत्मा से कोई संबंध नहीं, हमने इसे मान लिया, ये कुछ जीता है, ये जीता है, दूसरा जीता है, कि मत का माना हुआ है। इसी तरह से हम डे और नाइट ड्रीम देते हैं, समझा रहा है कौन, युवराज, इसको समझा है पति को जो बहुत ही दुख के सागर में गिरी की पूरा उतरा रही है। तो सारांश ये है कि आत्मा में संसार से कर रखा है, ये सभी भगवान की शक्ति है, भगवान की कई शक्तियां, पराशक्ति शक्ति सोए थे, स्वभाव से ज्ञान अलग किया है, क्या मॉडल नेचर है, हम जीव जो है वो तटस्थ शक्ति और भगवान की स्वतः की शक्ति होती है, इंटरनल एनर्जी, जिसमें कोई एक मॉडल होता है। तीनों शक्तियां हैं, तीनों है भगवान, तो तीनों काम में कैसा इंटरप्ले है, हमें भगवान किसी पर्पस के लिए बनाया है, इसलिए क्योंकि हम जीवन स्वरूप इंटरनली शास्त्र रूप से हम कृष्ण के दास हैं, कृष्ण के लिए बने, वो दास का न करके हम अपनी सेवा में लगे पड़े हैं और संसार से निकलना हो, उसका एक तरीका है कि वो इकट्ठा करके भगवान के ऊपर मोड़े, भगवान को समझे, भगवान का नाम स्मरण करें, ये सब कार्य भगवान कोई जब करें तो कहीं आपके साथ देखिए बुलाई आते ये लोग भी कुछ आ सकते हैं। तो भगवान की कई शक्तियां हैं, हमने एक शक्ति है, हमने माया का साथ लिया है, या तो माया या भगवान। तो माया यानी जो नहीं है, ये हमने नचा रही है, क्या नचा रही है, माया के मैं भी ये शरीर, हम वास्तव में ये शरीर नहीं, हम आत्मा है, शरीर के बाहर एक वीगल है। जैसे लोग क्या करते हैं, जैसे अच्छी कार में गए और कार किसी कार किसी चीज से काफी हो गया एक्सीडेंट, हम क्या समझते मुझे लगा है, तो वास्तव में कार को लगा है। इसी तरह से शरीर जो है वो भी आत्मा का एक वर्ग है, आत्मा को ये सकता है, वो आत्मा जो है अलग है, शरीर अलग है। आत्मा निर्णय है, विवेक है, सुखी है, दुखी है, वो आत्मा का आपका काम है, भगवान की सेवा के लिए बना है। जैसे आप और आपकी गर्मी अलग नहीं कर सकते, आपकी गर्मी अलग नहीं कर सकते, गर्मी आपकी शक्ति है, गर्मी में यानी ज्वाला में जैसे लकड़ी में आग बनेगी, अंदर है, उसे बाहर निकाला जाए। इसी तरह से हमें जो भगवान है उसे समझ सकते हैं। कई उदाहरण देकर भगवान क्या है, आप लोग उधर बैठे हैं तो आपको क्या नजर आएगा, हमें क्या नजर आएगा कि आप लोग सुन रहे हैं। जैसे आज हमारे बड़े गुरु महाराज उनके कई डिसाइपल्स हैं, उनका तिरुभाव समाधि हो गई, तो अपने धाम में चले गए, भगवान के धाम में सेवा के लिए गोपाल महाराज, कुछ लोगों ने आपने देखा होगा या फेसबुक में, उसने बताया है कि वो आज के बहुत सारे लोगों को शरीर को सजाया गया है, मालाएं नाक में रुई जाती है, मुंह में भी बंद रुई सांस बाहर होने के लिए जो भी हो, और बाद में वो बाल्टी मार करके समाधि के साथ 10 मिनट तक खड़ा जाता है, वहाँ बैठा जाता है, वगैरह ये रखा जाता है, फिर धीरे धीरे मिट्टी से बंद कर दिया जाता है। मतलब ये शरीर नश्वर है पर आत्मा नश्वर नहीं है, आत्मा हमेशा रहने वाली है, आत्मा आत्मा नए नए शरीर लेती जाएगी। और ये शरीर को भी हम अपना मान लें, ये शरीर है तो वो ठीक नहीं है, वो गलत है। हमें आत्मा को समझना चाहिए, आत्मा का हमारे से क्या संबंध है। हम आत्मा ही है, ये शरीर जो है ये विकल है, तो ले जा रहा है, लेने में उसमें अलग अलग चीजें होती हैं। पहले कुमार अवस्था, उसके बाद बच्चा होता है, मोहन अवस्था होती है, वो बदलता रहता है शरीर, पर उसमें देखने वाला, समझने वाला आत्मा अलग है, शरीर अलग है। शरीर क्या है, प्रति करना है, पर शरीर आत्मा को उधर ले जा सकता है, आत्मा का वो सहयोगी है। तो आत्मा के साथ ऐसा बना है कि हम कृष्ण से संबंधित हो सके, बिकॉज हम कृष्ण के अंश हम जाना कृष्ण के अभी हम अपनी कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा बात कर रहे हैं, बिल्कुल सबके साथ में है, पर ये दुख देखना चाहिए, ये जन्म मरना थोड़ा होना या बीमारी होना, ये चीज नहीं है। इससे कैसे बचे? या टेक्नोलॉजी को क्या डॉक्टर बचा नहीं सके, मृत्यु को रोक नहीं सके। मृत्यु को रोकने का हमारे सब व्याधियों का एक ही तरीका है, वो है भगवान को जानना। आप लोग बैठिए, कुछ प्रश्न आपके मन में बना, आप लोग पूछ सकते हैं। तो आत्मा बिल्कुल अलग है और हमारा जो स्थान है इसके लिए हमें वो है भगवान की सेवा में वो प्रदान करना। ये वो भगवान कृष्ण कृष्ण को भगवान है, राधा रानी की शक्ति है, राधा से हम एहसान करते हैं। जैसे गौरांग महाप्रभु है और राधा के सम्मिलित रूप राधा कृष्ण को बचना चाहिए, हरे कृष्णा मंत्र रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि इसी का इतना इनको तो करना है, इतना कृष्ण का हरे कृष्णा बोलिए हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। इतना भी सीख ले और उसको साधारण बनाए यानी विचार के भगवान के वरिष्ठ लेवल में विचार में बचे नशा में, तो हम संसार में आगे बढ़ करके आपके साधु बनाए हम तमोगुणी रजोगुणी सतोगुणी या सतोगुण से भी ऊपर उठे शुद्ध सत्व में हमें जाना चाहिए। आप लोग बैठिएगा, पूरे आप लोग कीर्तन करेंगे, कीर्तन सुनिएगा और कीर्तन के साथ साथ आप भी गाइएगा। आप लोग थोड़ा समय भगवान के साथ में रहना चाहिए, आधा घंटा को अपने एक सप्ताह में 168 घंटे रहते हैं, उसमें से एक आधा घंटा एक मिनट का करके देना उचित है भगवान के लिए। हरे कृष्ण। आप लोगों को किसी को कोई प्रश्न हो तो आप भी पूछ सकते को दिखाने गया था, तो सेट लगाई मयूरी गा रही थी। क्योंकि माला सबके पास होना, गले में तुलसी की माला होना, यदि आप देख रहे हैं हाँ अवेलेबल है, तुलसी की कंठी तो मैं फिर से आपको बतलाऊंगा। आप पीछे से गाने मुझे गाएंगे ना, आपने अवृत्ति कीजिए, नरसिंह आरती गाएंगे, हरे कृष्ण मंत्र गाएंगे। ये लोग नरसिंह भगवान जिनका कि अभी जन्म होने वाला है, जन्म होने मतलब आविर्भाव होगा, हम नरसिंह का नरसिंह यज्ञ करने वाले हैं। अब 26 तारीख को 26 मई को रविवार के तो आप लोग सभी आमंत्रित हैं, यज्ञ में आहुति आप लोग दे सकते हैं। और 7 जुलाई को रथ यात्रा जगन्नाथ बल्लभ सुभद्रा की रथ यात्रा जो जगन्नाथपुरी में होती है और कई शहरों में होती है, तो उसमें से रथ को भगवान के रथ को आप खींच सकते हैं, उससे भी आप लोग। और ये नरसिंह की आरती है, ये इन्होंने जैसे हिरण्याकशिप का वस्त्र को फाड़ डाला था, नर्सिंग प्रेयर लिखी है, आप लोग सिखाइएगा, बैठ जाओ, बच्चों के लिए बहुत ही फायदे वाला है, क्योंकि सभी चीजें यहाँ के एटमॉस्फेयर में एब्जॉर्व करते हैं, भगवान की तरफ जाते हैं, तो संसारी और इधर उधर दौड़ेंगे। तो बच्चों को बैठाओ, बच्चों को सुनाओ, बच्चों को बांटो, आप लेने दो चीजें। जिन्होंने तिलक नहीं लगाया है, तिलक
आप चले बैठे थोड़ी देर कीर्तन कीजिए।
सभी जाइएगा मेरे से, भगवान नाम यहाँ लिखा हुआ है। बोलिए फिर। राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण। आप सब लोग भक्ति में पधारे हैं। आपको भक्ति कर्मकाल ज्ञान के बारे में बताओ। ध्यान एक तो ये नरसिंह भगवान का आविर्भाव मतलब ये ऐसे जन्म नहीं होता, आविर्भाव आए थे वहां से आपस में आ जाए। जैसे ऐसा नहीं नरसिंह भगवान या कृष्ण है इनका जन्म हो। जन्म भगवान का दिव्य हो गया, हमारे जैसा नहीं है। जन्म भगवान से नहीं है। एवं जो व्यक्ति तत्व से जानता है उन्हें फिर से संसार में भटकना। तो नरसिंह चतुर्दशी हम लोग 26 तारीख को 26 मई को मना रहे हैं। आप सब साझा करते हैं, लेकिन आप दे सकते हैं। आप लोग जरूर कीजिएगा, जरूर आइएगा। और अच्छी तरह से वो भी संडे का दिन है। ये चतुर्दशी हम नरसिंह चतुर्दशी भी संडे को मना रहे हैं। वो 7 जुलाई को रथ यात्रा जगन्नाथ मंदिर रथ आठ में बैठ करके यहाँ से 1.5 किलोमीटर दूर जो गेट है और वहां से वापिस हम पार्किंग हमारे पास है ना 42 जगह है। पिछले साइड में पार्किंग करते करते पूरी भर जाती है। समस्या के मुंह से भगवान नाम ही नहीं निकलता। और आप लोग बोल रहे हैं, मतलब आप ऐसे नहीं है जैसे अजय में था या इससे पहले ये इन्होंने तुलसी तुलसी रामायण जो लिखी है वाल्मीकि जब उन्होंने बताया कि मैं तो बोल ही नहीं सकता राम नाम, तो मैं कहा मरा मारा बोल, क्योंकि जब लोगों को मारता था तो मरा रे बोलते थे, तो मरा तो याद जब तक निकलेंगे नहीं तब तक तो वो जाना नहीं है आपको। हाँ, एक दो मिनट तो आप दो चीजों के बारे में बताना है। एक तो हरे कृष्णा मंत्र आप सीखिए, जो बोलते हैं आप भी बोलिए सभी, ये भगवान का डायरेक्ट टेलीफोन नंबर है, भगवान सुनते हैं। दूसरा आप लोग भगवान का नाम तुम्हें सुनते रहो, कली तो केवल नाम आ रहा है, एक नाम ही आ रहा है। अब जब जब करके आप भागवत से आप निकल रहे हैं। आप लोग दिन तक सुनिएगा, अब रोज आइए, कम से कम एक सप्ताह में एक बार आइए। इसकी प्रचार वगैरह कर किया जाता है, क्योंकि आप लोग को विश्वास करना चाहें कि भक्त लोग इससे खाएंगे तो उसका ला सकते हैं। ऐसे करके यात्रा करिए, अभी हम लोग कीर्तन करेंगे, आप लोग गाइएगा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आइए आप सब गा सकते हैं, भगवान के नाम में शर्म नहीं होना चाहिए। इसके हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे राम। किसी तो बैठ करके गाना चाहे कि मैं माइक दे सकता, चलो माता कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। आप गाइए, हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। बैठे बैठे तुम गाना चाहोगे? कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। बेटे आप लोग गा सकते हो, बैठे कम से कम गाइए, या न गा सके तो फॉलो कीजिए जैसे गाए। अभी तो नहीं हो रहा है, आप आराम से भक्ति अपने बैठिए भगवान के मंदिर में कुछ समय व्यतीत कीजिए। आप लोग पास आ जाओ, पास हो तो पास आ जाओ। बोलो, सभी बोलो। ताली बजाओ और बोलिए। बोलिए। माइक चालू रखो अभी। राधे राधे थोड़ी देर बैठा अच्छा है वातावरण जल्दी सो
Great. आप या तो टेप लगा दो और जिसको गाना चाहें तो श्री प्रहलाद है तो सवा 8 बजे हैं तो आधे घंटे तक
9 बजे बंद करके जा। आज मैं लेट उसमें हो गया, वो बेबी को ले गया था डॉक्टर।
सब ठीक है।
वैक्सीनेशन के लिए।
हाँ हाँ, उनको झटक लेना
जी,
बाहर होगी। हाँ, सवेरे को घर झाड़ू लगा दें तो मिल जाता है। मेरा नीचे से पकड़ना, बेल्ट से मत पकड़ना, मतलब ऐसा दोनों हाथ से। इसमें क्या है कि टूट सकता है। टेप लगा दो। 9 बजे तक लोग आते भी हैं तो हम एकदम पहले से बंद नहीं कर सकते। मुझे बिजली का बिल पे करना है। मेरे पास कैश अमाउंट है, यदि आप उसको मैं आपको उसमें भेज के अकाउंट नंबर या तो अमन भेजेगा या मेरे पास में भेज देगा। हाँ, तो एक तो अभी है, कल या परसों ऑनलाइन, या